What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the Amazing King, coming to you live and in color, bringing that oh so amazing touch. And I want to welcome you back to the Get Ready For It podcast, season 2. My boy KP's in the building. He gonna let people know where he at. What's going on?
I didn't know if that was my cue.
He was waiting for Savage.
Up jumps the boogie. It's the boy. As always, I'm ready to have a good time.
Okay, I want to just start off with this. I know you guys are waiting to hear Savage bring you that X and that L. Unfortunately, he went to go take a bath. 3 of them in 1 hour because, he's a filthy, dirty person. The clinic is calling. Anyway, we got a special guest in the building. You guys may remember the controversial... Did I say that right, KP?
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm growing. We got my boy, the Inhuman, in the building. What's up?
Yo, I'm back to argue.
By popular demand, honestly, I really hope that you give it to KP today because he's been working my nerve for the last 16 months and a half. But I love him like no other. And we also got somebody in the building. She's new to the family. We got our girl, Brandi.
Hi, everybody.
Brandi, what's up?
Nothing much.
We appreciate you stopping by. So before we get started, we want to give you the opportunity to let people know what you do and how you do it.
Okay, so I'm a beauty influencer. You can find my content on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is Simone Styles with a Z. And also follow me on Instagram at Simone_Scott_94. So basically, I get sent free products to promote on my page and give my open and honest opinions about how I really feel about the products. And I kind of just go in depth and really give you like a real perspective because a lot of beauty influencers get paid to basically lie.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So I just give y'all my basically, yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you came to the Get Ready For It podcast with your opinion.
Yes.
Because we always show out and we definitely give our opinion at all times. Are y'all ready to hop right into this? Okay, I got a question, and Inhuman, I'm going to ask you this question first. Should other races have the ability to say the N-word? When I say the N-word, I mean nigga.
Nigga.
With the E-R.
Oh,
How do you feel about that? Yes, nigga with the E-R.
Go ahead, brother.
Nigger.
Go ahead, brother.
Here we go. So I honestly don't feel any type of way about it. I feel that it is the environment that you grow up in. I do get it, like people a certain skin color, when it boils down to it, we feel that they shouldn't be able to say it. But, I mean, if you grow in the environment that everyone else grows in, why is it an issue if that is a term that your neighbor is using?
I'm going to get Brandy's opinion on the topic and a response back to the Inhuman on his opinion as well.
So basically, how I feel about it is you shouldn't say the word. I don't care if that's how you grew up or you grew up around people that are black. You're not black. Therefore, you shouldn't be saying it. Now, when it comes to Spanish people,
We give them a pass.
Yeah. They're brown.
Yes.
So I get it.
People of color.
You can't have Britney Spears can't say, oh, my best friend's black, so I can say nigga or nigger. Like, that's not cool.
Right, because Becky down the street, because she was raised in the project, she can't say it either.
Because that's like you saying, well, she should be able to wear blackface because she feels like she's one of y'all.
Oh, okay. KP, how do you feel about the topic?
I mean, I just feel like it's all about the context because I'm not going to say like I probably in my life had only one white friend that says that, but it's like it's never like, oh, you're a nigger or shit like that. So
to
I mean,
your face.
You're right.
Say it behind your back.
I mean, shit. People say worse about me behind my back, and they black. So does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I think it's all about a context thing. I mean, me ultimately though, I do feel like if you haven't been a part of the culture or even like been around that, you shouldn't be able to say that. So it's kind of like for me, because like she said, with Spanish people, it really wouldn't bother me if they said nigga. I'd be like, all right, whatever, nigga. White people, it's just like, because it's just too much. It
stings a little different.
Yeah.
It's because they don't know how to be like, they don't know how to mean it genuinely. It's always like nigger, or even when they say nigga, it just don't.
Even when they say boy, that's a problem.
It just don't.
But KP, your friend
Colored girl,
your friend from your hood, your white friend, when he says it sounds like it come from.
Well, it's actually a she.
Or she.
Yeah.
Well, it don't matter. Yeah. But it's not used in a negative context
or even like
or coming at you.
yeah, that or and it's not like she just be like, oh nigga, 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 or it's just like, oh that's a fuck nigga, or you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like, oh okay, all right, there was no other way for you to really say that. You know what I'm saying?
So if a person from your environment, my environment, our environment, said something like that, you're cool with it.
I mean, I
based on the context.
I was gonna say the context, and I guess like
go
the
ahead
history.
and play with his words,
But-
human. Go ahead and twist his words and make it format to you, because I'm trying to specialize in that craft as well.
But like
I'm
Bad
playing.
Baby, she says nigga, and that's a white girl. So
She also I don't know how often she's around people of
and
color.
I see her around a lot of black people all the time. So it's like I get where you're coming from, Alfonso. I get where you both are coming from, you and KP. It's just for me, I feel like it doesn't matter if you're saying it with the ER or A because of the fact that okay, you feel comfortable enough to say that to around me. So are you saying something worse when I'm not around because you feel so comfortable saying that word?
But that also goes for our race too.
I was gonna say
Because they'll say nigga in front of you, but behind your back they'll call you a whole bunch of other names too. Like
that's true. Yeah.
So
That's what I mean. I really don't care too much. You can't really care too much what people say behind your back because somebody gonna say something, whether
Right,
it's
this
good or
is true.
bad,
This is
So,
true.
but I mean, I feel you though, just because that's how I was. Like before my friend, like it was like even when like I guess like she would say it, before she met me, and I was like, yo, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta tone it down, and which she did. She out of respect, she was like, all right, that's cool, but I'm not coming at you that way. And I was like, and I get that. But at the same time, like, we just kind of established this friendship. Let's not, mess that up. But like I said, as we, like, even like if I heard her say conversations like to other people and she just like, oh, that's a fuck nigga. Or she never be like, oh, nigga this, nigga that, nigga, 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 nigga. It's just like, like.
So she's saying it in a song, it's cool.
I ain't bothered.
Because it's,
but I mean, that's our relationship,
right.
though. Like, anybody else is like,
you might have met your quota for today. Like,
yeah, you done said it one too many times. So, yeah, it's just like, I guess it's just like a context thing for me personally.
Okay, so we all have different opinions. And
well, you never said
Yeah,
that.
I thought I agreed. I don't believe it should be used in any context of
Agreed.
of the pale melanin at all.
Saltine.
Less melanin.
Melanin.
Because if I use that saltine word, then it's going to be an issue.
But that's the thing, though,
Not-
because they took the word back. Like, I don't think they.
Yeah, I was
that
gonna say that it don't
word, I don't
sting.
think.
Yeah.
They don't care because I mean I've heard people say it and they'll just be like, okay, and you're a nigga.
Yeah,
and
you
then
gotta-
it's like, oh, wait a minute, you shouldn't. Like,
You got a goddamn honky there. You fucking honky.
no,
if you call him a redneck.
I
Some
think
shit like that, yeah.
use the word cunt.
That's it.
Moving on to the next topic. Since we're speaking about the black culture, let's talk about another gentleman that we are all fond of here at the studio. We're going to quickly talk about Little Bootsy. I'm going to specifically ask certain people for a reply back. So Little Bootsy stated that he allowed a grown Bootsy.
You're saying like Boosie Collins. That's what you're saying. His name is Boo C, like Boo and C.
Right. That young man that older man that you're speaking of, allowed a grown lady to give his children and his nephews of the age of 12 or 14 oral sex, and he said it out loud.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask certain people just their opinion, and we're going to move forward here. Alfonso, what is your opinion regarding this gentleman?
So I feel like he was totally wrong.
Uh-huh.
A child should be able to be a child as long as possible.
For sure.
The outside looking in, we don't know the environment his son was in or the relationship that him and his son have. So I feel like if his son came to him and was like, you know what, Dad, I'm ready for this, and him and his dad had a conversation about, what goes into whatever he may have asked for, and his dad said, well, okay, I'll take care of it, I feel like it's not that bad versus his son going out trying to make those acts on a younger woman, and then it comes back that she raped him. Because in the black community, that happens quite frequently. It's just like if your son, daughter says, hey, Dad, I want to play a sport. you'll go out your way to find a personal trainer or someone to help them get to the skill level that they're trying to get to, versus saying, "Oh well, you figure it out yourself."
I think
So-
you're giving him an excuse.
I'm not giving an excuse.
You know,
No,
because you just
no,
painted a whole
no,
story that we
no,
know that did not
no,
happen.
no.
Little
But
Bootsy
what I'm saying
said,
is
"Hey,
wrong.
this lady in here in this room going now, and she finna
Right.
suck you off." That's what he told that lady. He didn't do all that. What you talking about?
But
So don't give that man no excuse.
We don't know. We on the outside. Like I say, it's totally wrong. He's
But we can
I
only
would-
base
I
it
would-
off
I
of
would
what we
say
see.
this.
Would
I
you
would say
rather
this.
hold on? But would you rather have your kid sneak out the window, sneak out the house, and go do
Yes.
these
That's not what we're talking about though.
Yes.
So this is my opinion on the situation. I'm not saying that what Little Bootsy said is anything that in the African American community we haven't heard before. We all have that uncle, that cousin, that old school black man who I would say does stuff like this, but they typically have the common sense to not say it out loud. I think what he did was completely wrong, but that lets me know that Bootsy is not intelligent enough to keep it to himself.
And that's why
Most
DCF got
definitely.
called.
So, and that's the thing that when he said that, he didn't care about anybody but himself, because he said that and he didn't think, okay, well, my kids that I say I love, I'm putting them in jeopardy. This random lady that I let suck my child dick, I didn't put them in. I put her in jeopardy, and now it doesn't make any sense. But it's not nothing we haven't heard before growing up. But he let the white people know, and that was the problem, because they finna call 911.
Yeah, they called
And
DCF.
somebody named
and
Nancy,
they're
or
raising
excuse me,
him.
there's a Karen right now sitting in that man living room talking to him like, why Bootsy, why did you do it? Why did you do it? Brandi, what do you think about the situation?
I feel
Then we're
like
gonna
he
move on.
glorified rape. That's rape, no matter how you look at it, because a child, and this is the law, a child under the age of 18 cannot consent to sex. So even if they say, "Oh yeah, Dad, this is what I want," you're basically allowing your child to be raped. You don't know if these women could have had STDs, and then also, I feel like this stems from probably Boosie's introduction to sex. Maybe he was a victim of something like this, and usually victims are the ones that then pass that down to their loved ones. Maybe this was something that happened to him early on in his childhood, and he didn't see that there was anything wrong with that, so that's why he did it out of ignorance. But at some point, you have to be the one to break the cycle. And I feel like if you're going to basically say that to your child, you need to have that done to your child. You need to be ready for the psychological toll that's going to take on your kids, because you might not think that it bothered them or it did anything to them, but when they start talking to their friends and their friends are like, yeah, I just had sex with Christina. Christina's around our same age, and you're saying you had sex with someone that's 21 and over. It's a difference. And if that was my child, I would much rather them have sex with somebody their own age rather than them having sex with a grown adult that knows, because the women that did it, they're wrong too.
So
Period.
is it okay for a kid his age to sneak out and have sex with another kid the exact same age?
Yes.
Yeah,
But
they're the
it's
same
rape.
age. I don't.
But it's rape.
I mean,
In the context of children doing it with children, that's not necessarily still. I mean, it could be considered that, but it's not viewed in the same eyes of the law. Like it's not the same as a 21-year-old having sex with a 12-year-old. That's not the same thing as a 12-year-old and a 12-year-old having sex. It's wrong either way. However, I feel that people would look at it completely two different ways. You can't tell me a 21-year-old having sex with a 14-year-old is going to be viewed the same way as a 14 and 15-year-old having sex. It's wrong, but I would much rather a child have sex with a child and they both consented with each other rather than me paying for somebody to give fellatio to my kid.
So if we date back to, I know it's, but if we date back to like the earlier years of the U.S., if a person was, I believe, 15 years, they were able to marry.
Yeah.
So,
But we're not in those times.
would you feel the same way if it was your daughter?
I mean, if my daughter came to me and she was like, "Hey, Dad, this is what it is,"
No.
I would direct her to her mom, and because me and her mom actually had this conversation, and her mom would take the necessary steps. Hey, listen, this is what we'll do. Like, hey, you'll go to the store, whatever. Like, you
have an open dialogue with your kid.
Correct. Like, you wouldn't just say, hey, listen, like, oh, talk about it, and then like push him out in the dark
And be like,
So-
no,
because if anything,
But that's what I'm saying. So if Boosie had a guy eat his daughter lady
Right.
parts, would you feel the same way
I
as you
would.
do with about the son?
I mean, it's
That's not
it's
the-
the environment that they're in, but like we on the outside looking in.
I mean, that's not a straight answer.
But you can't say that you would. Like, ain't no way that you would feel that way.
I mean, if I wouldn't want my daughter to just go out without me.
No, but I'm saying in Boosie's
Right.
contents, let's say if it wasn't his daughter, I mean his son, he actually had a guy go to his daughter and do what he did to his son.
Or if it was a guy you knew and you say, hey, my daughter, can you go pop her cherry?
I mean, it's based on the
No, but would you say
Listen,
yes or no?
it's just those. Listen,
based on
it
the
is
conversation.
definitely a
I
double
can't-
standard with male and female
we have
people.
to just as much as we
And-
protect our females, we have to protect our young kings and princes. And I don't feel that there should be a double standard when it comes to that with children. It's
But
wrong.
the female is more protected than the male when it comes
Well,
to
that's
No,
what
but
she
that's
just
what I'm
said,
saying.
right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm
So-
saying.
Yeah.
That shit said, I don't know.
Listen. We can agree to disagree that the human is insensitive and he needs prayer and healing at all times. We're going to revisit a topic that we spoke about in season 1, and I'm going to get this conversation is going to be between KP and the Inhuman because they kind of disagreed on this topic. So we're going to just go ahead and ask this question again. Let's start off with the
KP,
Inhuman
you're
himself.
right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Do you believe the black lady or woman is the most disrespected person in the world?
You know what?
Go ahead.
I really do feel that the black women these days are more like disrespected.
And why do you feel that way?
Just because, like,
So what changed from the epiphany you had from
Yeah, 'cause
last
that's why I
season?
came on
Yeah,
here,
so
'cause I'm finna get in that.
we just want to have a conversation. You know, you told me you're the Inhuman, you're honest. So why you're giving us this flag lie answer?
That black woman at home changed his mind. That's what it
Ooh,
was.
so you're
Most
being ruled by
definitely.
somebody at the house. Go ahead.
oh, I'm not being rude. Nah,
But that's what
nah.
you just said. You just said you agree. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I just sat back and I was able to think on the things that you guys said, and I totally agree with you guys on that. The black woman is more disrespected. I mean, even though it's more like things happening to guys, like these
Even
days,
though that's
but
a butt.
I mean, it
Fancy
is
up.
a but.
Go
but
You fancy that butt out real quick. Even though, ooh, he did that. didn't he?
but yeah, like I agree with you guys this time around. I knew you were going there, but
It's just an honest question, and you're
Most
reneging your statement. Listen, I understand,
I didn't say I was reneging. I just said I agree.
but that's a renege with what you
No, I
said.
didn't pull it back. I just said I agree.
You
this
changed
time
your
around.
views.
So are you changing your views because you don't want
Like,
the heat?
They're,
Go ahead.
they're slowly changing. They're
Slowly changing,
yeah,
like
slowly.
molasses.
Most definitely out the tree.
going up the hill.
Well, let me get KP before we move into the next topic. Let me get KP answer. How do you feel about? Do you still feel the same way that
Yeah.
women aren't most disrespectful?
For sure, man.
Give me a
It's
brief
just-
reason on why you feel that way.
I mean, just day to day, every day, it's always something, and it's always leading back to black women. Whether it's a black man talking about a black woman, or a white man talking about a black woman, or a white woman, Spanish, anybody, everything always leads back to black women.
Yep.
Everything.
They're the life givers, so
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, are we gonna talk about the guy running in Georgia? I guess he wasn't disrespected, but I'm just saying.
But we're not saying that gentleman was. We talked about this previously. We didn't say that gentleman wasn't disrespected. We're just talking about women right now.
Well, I mean,
I know you want. I know you want to take one situation and make that.
I mean,
But you know what?
that's
If-
beyond disrespect.
Speaking of running, because there was a black female, her and her friend, they were running, and it was a black guy following them. They ran into a hotel, told them to lock the door because he would not stop harassing them. The white lady that was at the desk said, "Is that your baby daddy? You know him. Y'all have to know him. That's why he was taking out his genitals and wiping them on the door, saying that he said to the one young lady, 'I don't want you. You're a fat bitch. I want your friend.'" and the girls are crying. They're crying. They're saying, you know, they were waiting for the police to come. And the lady's like, that has to be your baby daddy. Is that your child's father? Or that's your boyfriend and you just don't want to go home? Like, they weren't being sympathetic at all. They were basically saying, like, you brought this on yourself. You know him, and you shouldn't be protected. And even when the police got involved, they did not believe them, and they made those girls walk home. They didn't even escort them home.
I mean, it sounds like the women were dealing with some slow individuals, and something else could have been done.
Okay.
So you don't feel that was disrespectful?
Of course, it's disrespectful.
Okay.
I mean, but it's the light that black women put themselves in. I mean, what they deal with.
Let him have.
Well,
Let me talk.
hold on.
Let him talk.
When it comes down to baby daddy drama and all this other stuff, who's the front and center of that? It's black women. What are they doing to get out of that light? Yeah, no, like answering the question.
We're
like,
letting you talk. We're letting you get it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
No, like I say,
Mhm.
it is disrespectful.
Right.
Like the white woman, Caucasian woman should not have profiled them as to, hey, listen, you know who this is. The black guy, I mean, he's retarded. Like he's slow. Like, come on now. But what are black women doing?
So
So you're
out of that
saying
light?
Let him
that
finish.
we're bringing this on themselves?
Who else is bringing it on them?
so
We're
your
gonna let you. We're gonna let KP make a statement.
Go ahead,
You're
KP.
gonna close, and then we're gonna move into the next.
so your
subject.
daughter, your mama, your niece call you hysterically crying. I'm at this hotel. This white lady not helping us. This black dude rubbing his dick all on the door, talking about he want to fuck me. Blah blah blah. Whoop de whoop. The same statement you just said. Would you say that to a woman in your family who you are near and dear to?
But again,
That's
the-
not the-
no.
you can't-
No,
Let him-
listen,
let him
no,
finish. You gotta let- you gotta let him
no,
He
finish.
listen,
started with
no,
but he didn't even
no,
answer the question.
You gotta let him
listen,
finish. Let him finish.
Listen, how I would handle it versus the police or anyone else, that's totally different.
That's the same
What
thing.
I'm saying
brother.
is women being profiled of color of baby daddy drama.
So
this, that,
you
and the
you're
other.
pretty much saying
It's-
your daughter brought that amongst herself. If she ever ends up in that situation in life, your daughter put herself there.
No, I'm saying you have certain individuals in society that does do that.
We're not talking about. We talking about you.
No,
KP, you
but-
gotta let him finish.
But
Let him finish.
what I'm saying is, you saying, well, hey, listen, this scenario happened. You're saying she was disrespected, or the women were disrespected. The white lady profiled them, saying, hey, this is your baby daddy, whatever. Where did the white woman get it from? What
Stereotypes.
exactly?
Because I mean,
How-
if
no,
that's
but
the
hold
case,
on,
they
but
could have
hold
just
on,
said she was a
hold on,
fucking
though.
meth head
No,
or a
but hold on,
crackhead.
But hold on though. Why did the stereotype come about?
Because it's a stereo. People make the things up.
But why would she make that
Again,
up?
if would you say,
No,
baby
answer the
girl,
question. No,
you
answer the
as a
question.
black woman, you brought that up.
Where-
You never even answered my question.
But I'm gonna get to your question. Where did it come to? No, where did the stereotype come from though?
But again,
Like-
your daughter call you. Will you
So white
say
people made it up?
yes?
Yes. So they just out the blue
It's
said,
a
hey,
derogatory term. So
but where the term baby daddy come from? Who-
Somebody being the father of a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in what culture does it stem more from? Saying, hey, baby daddy. Who has more baby daddies?
Latino,
White-
and
everybody.
Black people,
Okay,
a lot of
okay,
people.
okay.
White people.
So there you
Yeah,
go.
white
No,
people
no,
too.
nah, you were right. Black people or minorities. So okay, so with that, how many people say they have baby daddy drama?
I
That
I
Out
know
of minorities, correct? Right
I
or
know a
wrong?
lot of people
That don't
outside of
refer
minorities.
to- yeah, that don't refer.
But the majority,
I mean,
Or
again, you still never
minorities.
answered my question.
Yeah.
If it
But
was your
that's
daughter,
not-
would you say, "Baby girl, you brought this upon yourself, being a black
no,
woman"?
I'll pull up, of course.
Right.
Well, then
But
how-
That's not. But that's not what we talking
Okay.
about, though.
But they were running.
That's
They were
definite.
jogging.
So
That's not what
I'm gonna reel it in right now. So we got the answer and the responses from the cast. We got my boy Human's response. We got KP's. We got Brandy's. We're gonna move on to the next topic.
Let's go.
So we're gonna revisit another topic from season 1, which is a lighter topic than the last one we just had. Can friends have sex and still be able to be friends? I'm gonna get certain people responses. Let's start off with Brandy.
No,
Why is that?
because eventually feelings are going to get involved. Either it's going to be the man or the girl whose feelings are going to get involved. You guys could be sleeping together and be in this friend circle, and y'all hanging out, you see her dancing on a dude, and then you looking at her like, I'm hitting that, and I'm kind of jealous, low key, but I can't act no kind of way because we're just smashing. We're just friends. So at some point it does get messy. So I don't think you can just, I don't think you should have sex with your friends.
Inhuman, what do you feel about that?
I totally agree.
Agree. Okay, I totally don't agree. Listen, in my past life, in another lifetime, I do believe that you probably can have friends with, sex with your friends. It just, you have to have honest conversations from the start, for me, and keep that communication at the same level that it started with, where it's going through the whole situation. So I believe you can. You just have to make sure you communicate correctly.
Have you experienced this?
Yes, a couple times. Just be honest with you. Okay. And I'm not the only one.
And how did it end?
It ended with understanding.
But why?
Because the parties moved into a serious relationship.
And you felt no type of way about that?
I did not. Because I knew
they didn't want to be with you.
Correct. Because I knew it was sex from the start. Now, some other people's mind process can't process that or understand that because maybe they're a little bit more sensitive or a little bit more emotional, or they just feel as though they don't want to go to that level. For me, it has worked out. For a lot of people, it hasn't. KP, how do you feel about the situation?
If the pussy good,
go ahead.
Look here, baby. I'm a jealous man. I listen. I say that shit up front. Ain't no way for me to hide that shit. Ain't no way for me to deny that shit. If I got feelings for your ass, or if that pussy good, shit, you crazy as fuck. You think I ain't finna be in my feelings now? If it's okay, if it's some okay sex, then okay then.
So say she comes. Say if you guys have a conversation to in the start of the situation, right? You say, listen, we're just doing this to have fun. We're not going to get any type of emotional bond at all. And this is something you guys communicate throughout the whole time period of you guys being together. Listen, hey, this is not what it is. This is not what it is. This one. You still feel as though you would become jealous, even though she look in your face saying that, listen, I don't want you. I just want your dick.
How the fuck she can't control my feelings about how I feel about her?
So I'm just asking. So you're saying
messy.
no, that you say you would still get feelings for the person, even though she said she don't want you?
Feelings are a feel.
Go ahead.
Uncontrollable. No way to detain them. There's no way to repress your feelings.
There is.
You can try to repress your feelings.
It works for some people.
You can try, but at the end of the day, you're still going to... The whole point of you're trying to suppress your feelings is because they are there. So you trying to get rid of them states that they are very much there, and they are very much louder than whatever it is that you're trying to do to contain them. So to avoid all of that, that's totally fine. Yeah, we can start out. It's fun, blah, 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 doo-doo-doo. But don't be goddamn... If that's the case, you can't go past sex. That's it. Catch my nut, you gotta leave. At that point, as soon as I bust my nut, wipe myself off, gone. Because after that, it starts a relationship.
Do you have anything else to say after that, Alfonso?
No.
Okay. So we have 3 people that agree, 1 person that does not agree. Are you sure before I go to the next topic?
I didn't say I didn't agree. I like what you was feeding the people, Cedric.
But you're not. But you're not telling the audience.
I'm not gonna be.
You've never been a man to bite your tongue. So what's going on?
So I mean, for me, totally, I feel like if you have a relationship with someone and you know what it is at the very beginning, there shouldn't be any mix up in feelings. Like, I'm sure everybody has control over their feelings. Like, you can't say like you gonna cry, like laugh, smile just off the blink of an eye or dime. Like, come on now, like you have control over everything. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's what you make it out to be. So if you have communication at the very beginning of whatever it is, then it should be cool. Like, you should be able to be like, yo, this person's happy, I'm happy, they happy, and be all right with it. Now, if you develop something, you should have stepped away from it a long time ago instead of just going with the flow.
Take it, y'all never seen Friends with Benefits?
I was just about to say that.
Justin Timberlake, me and
Listen.
Me and the Inhuman said what we said, and KP and Brandi said what they said. So we're going to move on to another topic. Should women or ladies who do not work be expected to still cook, clean, and maintain the household? And I'm just going to ask specific people this, and then we're going to move on. KP, what's your response to that?
shit, man or woman, get your ass up and do something.
So this is just referring to ladies specifically. So if they don't work, do you feel as though they should maintain the house, cook, and clean?
Man or woman, get your ass up and do something.
Okay, so this is just the lady side. So you're
I
saying
don't-
that yes.
King,
Okay.
Both
King,
sides.
Both sides.
Yeah,
Right,
both
yeah, thank
sides.
you.
So-
Get your ass up and do something.
I understand, but I'm not trying to sugarcoat it with adding a man into. This is just specifically for a woman.
No shit.
You can't
Yeah,
just specify
I
that
mean,
shit for women.
You can't do
I-
gender
I-
roles.
I can't- I
Gender
can't-
roles
I can't-
non-conformative.
In his question I just asked.
Yeah, no, hell no.
So I'm gonna move on from KP. I'm gonna ask you the question again, Alfonso. Do you think ladies? I'm specifically speaking of ladies.
Set them
If they
straight.
do not work, should they cook, clean, and maintain the house? I'm not talking about men. Once again, I'm just talking about a woman.
Listen, if a motherfucker is not working,
Okay.
they better dust. They better cook.
Yeah.
They better vacuum.
You better clean this
wax
carpet.
them. Exactly. nigga.
Watch
Like
Brandi, how do you
everything.
feel about it?
I feel like, why does it always have to be geared towards females though? Why do we always have to maintain everything and upkeep everything? Because it's a lot of women that's breadwinners out here,
Mhm.
For
especially
sure.
in this day and age. There's no
For sure.
gender roles. Like, just like I have 2 hands, you got 2 hands. You can wash those dishes, you can vacuum, you can cook.
If they're not working though, right?
It-
Working or not
Yeah,
working.
hell yeah. That
No,
shit's
working or not
50-50,
working.
bro.
No, but let's say you're solely working. The other person is not working.
Yeah, he needs to pull his weight.
Okay, so but you're saying that that person needs to work. Like, I mean, clean the house, take care of the home, be a homemaker. You're not okay with
You're trying to put a label on it,
no,
saying
but
a
that's what it
homemaker.
is. No, that's
He's just
what
asking
it
a
is.
question.
That's what it is. A person who's not working, take care of the home, they're a homemaker. So you're saying if you work, let's say 40 hours a week, you're
Yeah.
okay with coming home cooking 3 times out the week while that person is sitting in the house not doing shit, playing video games.
I didn't say that.
But that's what the question is.
That she just like I did. I said, man or woman, it
Yeah.
should be, that should be the case.
But man or woman who's not working, right?
Yeah, whoever
Yeah,
at the fuck at the
whoever-
house,
Yeah,
get your
whoever's
ass
at
up.
the house. Yeah,
Right.
whoever's at the
Okay.
house. Yeah. I was like-
She was just trying to figure out why did it specifically have to be a woman. She's a woman. How the fuck?
Oh, no, a homemaker is anybody who's staying
yeah,
at home
you could just
taking care of the home.
Yeah.
Bet. We got your opinions on that, you guys. So, should immigrants that are not legal be able to get a stimulus check? I'm going to ask a couple people, then we're going to move on. Alfonso, how do you feel about that? Do you feel as though people who are illegal immigrants should get a stimulus check?
Legal or illegal?
Illegal. You know what I meant?
It's not the
Illegal.
same thing.
Yeah.
It's not
You
the
can't
same
be
thing.
illegal
Legal.
immigrant.
Well, let me say illegal. I do apologize. They're not supposed to are not
So
supposed
I
to
feel
be in the
like
country.
anyone who does not have a social or a tax ID should not receive the stimulus package because they do not contribute to taxes. So if they were contributing, then most stuff like pay them all. Shit, I don't care. But like if you're not contributing, then
Agreed.
Okay, what about in you, KP? How do you feel about it?
Shit, as long as I get my check, I don't give a fuck who get theirs after me. I mean, it's the same thing, shit, like he said.
I feel the same way. Let me get my
Right, let me get
my
my check
check.
first.
and I'm gonna cut mine. And I don't
Okay.
care how much yours is. I just care about
I
mine.
wouldn't give a fuck. They legal, illegal, goddamn alien. If they get their check after me, I don't give a fuck.
Bet. Okay. We're going to move on a little bit quicker here. We're going to skip down into news and entertainment. And I'm going to get a couple of you guys' responses on a couple of this topic. So the gentleman, I'm going to butcher this man's name. So anybody can say this man's name?
Ahmad.
Thank you so much. His mother wants the death penalty for the 2 men that murdered her son. Should they get the death penalty? I'm going to answer first with this question, and then you guys lead on what you feel. I am a big believer that the court and the justice system should not have the ability to choose if somebody lives or not. This is my opinion. The only person that typically, which you probably want to disagree with, typically is supposed to make that decision is my Lord and Savior. I don't think anybody should have the right to tell somebody that they can't live. I would rather you lock the person up in jail, torture the person, do something like that. I just don't think they should have the right to kill somebody, like electrocute somebody. Okay. Alfonso, how do you feel?
So I totally agree with you
Mhm.
on that. The only thing that I can
Shocked
see
at that.
out of, like I don't believe that. yo,
I was waiting for you to say
listen,
something.
Riding
We
that
gotta answer the
coattail.
question. We don't have time for him. Answer the question.
So I don't think anybody's life should be taken. I do feel as if the death penalty is selected, it would send a message of equality. So anybody who kills somebody, like black, white, whatever, you could get the same fate. But I don't feel like killing somebody is worth it. Like,
Brandon, I'm gonna get your opinion on that real quick.
Okay, so at first I felt the same way that y'all did, but at this point they're killing all of us. So we have to get revenge. Whatever.
That word revenge.
You know,
That's a word that's by the devil,
It's
man. That's
it's
not by God.
at the end of the day, if you kill somebody
Mhm.
and you were not there was not a just reason in you killing them, then you should be dealt with the same fate. That's just like if you stone somebody to death, you need to get stoned. So whatever you did to somebody else, it needs to be done back to you.
like the old saying, the eye for eye, pretty
Mm.
much.
Period.
Okay. Well, I guess two people at the table agree and one person doesn't.
Ooh.
Huh?
Who agree? It's
Oh,
only
what
one
you
person.
mean?
KP ain't speaking yet. I
Well,
agree.
no, we're moving on. We just gonna ask
Yeah.
specific people
Yeah.
of this topic. So
Yeah.
I
I agree
when
with
Motherfucker
you.
be the doc.
Two.
Off his ass, off both of their shit. Line their ass up.
Let's move on to another field of entertainment. Let's talk about Summer Walker for just a little bit. Now, we all know that Summer Walker has done a couple things to enhance her beauty, such as her butt
She's
and her nose. Does she look better now or before her
Tragic.
surgery? I'm going to say this statement. I looked at both pictures. I think she looks good now, but I also think she looks good past before. But I'm a person, if you got the money to get something fixed or something you don't like on yourself, it's your body. So you should have the decision to change your teeth. Change if you want more ass, get more ass. If you don't like your nose, change your nose. So because it's your money at the end of the day, you have to live with your insecurity. So instead of walking around living with her insecurity, she said, "I just want to enhance it and get it done." So I respect that. Now if she start going crazy, looking like
Go ahead, say
legendary
it.
Little Kim.
Yeah, I know you was going.
Then there's going to be an issue in her, but that's something she still has to deal with herself. But I feel like she still looks beautiful both ways. How do you feel, KP? That's your girl. Go ahead.
Summer, if you listening, baby, I ain't gonna say London let you down, but he let you down. Okay,
If you don't answer the
You
damn question,
was-
fool.
fucking beautiful. You was so fucking gorgeous. All your awkwardness and whatever it is you did with your ass, I was okay with all that. When you went and fucked up your nose, well, when you went and got your nose done, you fucked me up. I felt like naturally she was beautiful. Her voice was everything, and like
Her
I said,
voice is still everything.
even her awkwardness, I was, oh my God,
She's
just
still
hearing her
awkward.
sing, it's just like, nah, she got a different type of confidence now. That awkwardness kind of, she put that motherfucker in the back seat.
So you mean her that awkwardness that probably was her insecurity probably left her body.
It's definitely still there. She wears it on her nose every day.
So because she decided to change something that she was insecure about, you believe that it put a downhill or decrease in her?
No, I never said that. I just said that me personally, I feel like she was beautiful the way she was. Now, as I ain't gonna say London let her down, but because I mean she's a woman, she could do whatever she want to do. I ain't gonna say he can control her, but at the end of the day,
That insecurity was there way before him.
I definitely would have talked off that ledge.
I don't think
I
you
would
have
have
the
cried
ability.
real tears.
You must not know what an insecurity is.
I do.
If you have an insecurity on a nose or your teeth or the color of your skin, you're the only person that can get yourself out of that. So him telling her, "Oh, your nose is beautiful," probably wasn't going to change her decision because a million people probably told her before the procedure that you are beautiful the way you are. But because in her mind, she said, "I don't like my nose," she decided to change her nose.
I
So
mean,
if she was a regular person, would she have changed her nose though? If she didn't have the money, probably not.
Probably not because she couldn't afford it. Like if I
Right,
was,
so she would have to
listen,
live
if
with
I was rich, my teeth would be straight as the edge of this goddamn
crazy
table.
as fuck.
See, you like the edges cheap, but,
But
Crazy.
I mean, like when Cardi B changed her teeth, I can understand that. But
yeah, because Alfonso, he has veneers, so he knows about that life. Go ahead, and explain how you feel. How you feel about that. Go ahead, tell the audience.
So I mean, like everyone's saying, if they got the money to do it, then do it. I mean,
true.
you could say a person who's poor gonna do it. Like we have people who poor income tax time, they go buy 2020 cars. Like
That's
you could
true.
go get a beater with a heater and be cool. Like I'm sure Dr. Miami office fill up between February and
Every year.
goddamn.
Yeah,
He's fucking people's bodies up though.
But some of them he handling them really nice.
So, some of them, but some
Hey,
of
a heart doctor out there fucking up people's hearts, but you gotta get in the test. You gotta get better and better and better.
But a
and
lot
better.
of people that go to
Good.
Dr. Miami go to somebody else to fix what he could to get his stuff fixed
But
because he
some-
does
but
a lot
then
of it pro
there's some
bono.
people that go behind the bushes and get some cement injected in their ass and they
That's
fucked up for
true.
life.
Yeah,
But
Self-love is the best love, people.
absolutely.
hey, if you
Love
got
yourself, sis.
I mean, if you got the
they
bread, do
got
what
the
you gotta
self love.
do.
It's
Yeah.
hey, if you want to change something in yourself to make yourself feel better, because it's your body, you gotta live with it for the rest of your life. You can do what the fuck you want to
Listen,
do.
if you want a
Eventually the
quicker way
silicone-
other than working out, then take care of it.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's true.
hey, listen, I feel you. So we're gonna play a quick game. This is supposed to be a quick game, you people. It's called What Do You Believe? I wish I had some theme music. KP, can you come up with any type of
So
theme
I'm sorry.
music, some type of beat or something like that to lead us into the?
So what's
quick game?
what's the game called?
It's called What Do You Believe?
What do you believe? What do you believe?
Okay, we're gonna.
Here on the Get Ready For It podcast, we are about to go live and play What Do You Believe? Go ahead and introduce our star of the show, King. It's about as good as it gets.
Very, very good, very good. So I'm gonna ask you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. I just need your quick response on this one. Do you believe women cook better than men? KP,
Yes.
Brandy,
Yes.
Alfonso.
Hell no.
I believe the same thing. 'Cause listen, my PB&J was better than my mama's PB&J. I don't care what y'all
Okay.
talking about. Understandable. Okay, next question. Do you believe black people are better at sports than white people? KP,
Yes.
Brandy,
Hands
Yes.
Alfonso.
Genetics don't lie.
I guess we all agree. I guess it's fuck. I guess it's fuck Michael Phelps, huh?
I mean, he did his thing. He did his thing.
Okay.
He did his thing.
Do you
It was the
believe
weed.
that a man? Do you believe that a man should pay all the bills? Brandy,
No.
KP,
Hell no.
Alfonso.
Nah.
I don't believe that either. Hey, listen, you finna pay for a
Right.
goddamn.
Like we just
Light
said,
switch.
get your ass up.
Okay, another one. Do you believe a man that has his phone flipped over at all times has something to hide? Brandy,
No.
KP,
No.
Alfonso.
Definitely
He built that up.
I'll be honest with you. Probably so.
Okay.
If you in the let me tell you something. If you tell me you at the kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have your phone flipped over. At a certain time each day you flip that bitch over. That's a pattern. I would start looking at that some type of way.
Well,
certain
listen,
time?
hold on.
Yeah,
hold
like
on,
say like
hold on
like
now.
say, listen.
If
We
you
all
ain't
know.
had that
4 o'clock
old-
every day.
Nah,
4 o'clock.
Right.
We already know what's going on because baby girl get off work, so we gonna flip that bitch over. She gonna take the fuck out my phone.
Nah,
So-
if you
so-
ain't had that old ass phone, you could flip it over and see when you got a message, bro. Like,
No, he's saying like so you don't know you getting the message. You flip
no,
it over.
but what I'm saying is with the newer phones,
You
if
can hide
flip it over,
alerts.
Well, we ain't talking about all that high tech shit. We ain't talking about all that high tech shit. We talking about we talking about
You
you
got a
somebody
iPhone,
out there
you don't
cheating
know.
on that girl
Oh.
and they know that
Oh,
that
of
girl get
course.
off at a certain time, so they know they're gonna text us, so we're gonna flip the phone over. So if I saw
would
that
just turn
every
your
single day at that certain time.
notifications
Yeah, that's what I'm
Listen,
saying. You can
listen,
hide the
listen.
alerts.
You're looking outside the question. God damn it, just a goddamn question. You looking at all the shit. God damn it, answer the damn question.
No.
No.
My answer is no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we're gonna move over very quickly to what I call the. Oh wait. You didn't give us no exit of the game because the game over.
And that was What Do You Believe here on the Get Ready For It.
Who was the winner?
It's always the king.
Get that garbage out of here!
That's the one button he always has in place for me. But we're gonna move over to music, politics, and COVID-19 topics.
Coronavirus.
Do you think it's a good thing that Donald Trump is building a wall across the Mexican border? Alfonso, what do you think?
I agree. It is a good thing
Why do you believe so?
because other countries have borders.
So we should do everything that the other countries do, or you're saying?
Yeah, if you're not getting here the right way, then there's no way.
I mean, but slaves was brought over here the right way, Alfonso?
Yeah, it was a cruise. Fuck you
Get that
talking-
garbage out of here!
Hold on. I'm sorry. Wrong button.
You are fake news.
It was the Tom Joyner cruise.
No,
Right.
so- no,
The
so-
fuck?
Nah, so
They just hopped on Norwegian and was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Carnival, Disney. Nah, so slaves were not brought over here, or people of color or whatever ethnicity were not brought over here at that period of time the right way. But it's not okay for a person to just jump the border gate, whatever, swim, whatever, and get everything that you're getting today, pretty much. Like people who study
But
abroad.
I'm
they get
confused. I'm
visas.
confused because most of the time, those people that come over, they get the jobs that you're not going to work.
Or how about this?
Picking fruit and picking up garbage and doing
janitor.
random jobs that you're not going to
Yeah.
do because the melanin
Building
complexion has got
houses.
kind of bougie over time now.
So who has come over here the right way is the question.
Right.
The people who go through the process to get their visas, their green.
I mean,
cards the
originally
right way.
though, who's
Nobody. Of course,
so
nobody.
who's to
I
say
mean,
what's
but
right and what's
even-
wrong?
But even, I mean, like she said, we're not back in the 1920s when it was okay marrying a 15-year-old. That's back then and there. But this day
That
and
was for
age-
that point. You can't
nah,
say that.
nah,
I mean, I
like,
get-
I
he
mean, I
can't-
guess
He kind of has a point there, yeah.
A little
But
we have rules, laws, and
Yeah.
everything else. So I mean, not everybody has the capital or money to move the right way. So
Okay.
I get it. Like
okay.
in Cuba back in the day, it was fucked up. Like with Castro, like so anybody came over, we was like, hey, listen, you ain't got to go back. We'll take care of you. But I mean, this day and age, we can't continue down the same path because it's starting to hurt us. So are you okay with paying more money in taxes because we let over 100 more people?
I mean, yeah,
I
we gonna
mean, that's
we
taking
they
out
gonna
your pocket. It's taking out your kids' pocket. I mean,
it's bound to happen anyway.
but when do we say enough is enough?
That's
the
true.
question.
Well, the answer I'm gonna say it in Spanish. No. Yeah, damn. Fuck that wall. Because just like how you talking about, you gonna pay taxes on the wall.
Yeah.
So you rather pay taxes on the wall. That's gonna always be a situation, rather than to just let these people live their life. Because who's to say? White people tell black people all the time, "Go back to where you come from."
Exactly.
Most deaf. So let's go back. Let's pack our shit up, get on this boat, and go back.
It's not
I'm
the
not
same.
getting on no boat to go no goddamn one with no fucking body. You crazy as fuck.
Okay, we gave our opinions, and once again, the inhuman is the one on the outside
That's okay.
of the table. It's okay, but that's why you here. Do you guys believe light-skinned people get treated better than dark-skinned people? Is colorism in the African American community? I'm looking at the question on my phone like, what? I'm reading this wrong. Is the African American community, is a colorism existing in that community?
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah,
are dark skinned
absolutely.
here at this table.
You are well. Let me say
If
this.
y'all could see him,
We are all actually different complexion at this table. Honestly,
different undertones.
we're toned. So, do you believe that?
I mean, of course, over generation years, the person who was fair in skin always got better treatment. So, of course, I mean, things are changing these days, but I mean, it's still pretty much the exact same thing.
So if this was slave times, would you be inside the house or outside?
I'll be in the house.
Can
baking
I be
and
honest with you?
cake.
I think he probably would
I'll
still
be
be
outside.
outside, but he'd be
Outside, yeah.
closer to the house.
Yeah.
I'll be damn near one step away from freedom, and not knowing that I'm supposed to be free. Okay. You and KP would probably be somewhere in the middle.
KP be a dead man.
But, okay, so we got that opinion. But I do believe that in the African American community, that colorism is there, and some people don't think in the African American community that there's colorism. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
that it
dark,
doesn't
right?
exist. Right.
There's other people that may be a
Mhm.
shade lighter than me I would still experience some type of colorism because of the darkness
Exactly.
of my skin
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And that just goes with the shade, which is crazy because that's the true definition of colorism. And some people don't understand that, which I don't get at all. KP, do you have an opinion on that?
I mean, it's very much a real thing, but I
Yeah.
feel like shit, blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, baby.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay, that's strange. You kind of like lighter the beer, just with the juice. Okay, understandable.
I probably I can count on my hand as far as like how many like as far as like my preference of like color, like how many like light skinned women I've ever had to deal with. Usually they were
Yeah.
either caramel or on down. But yeah, I can't. The light skin privilege thing,
Yeah.
that shit is real, and they get to their head a lot.
Exactly.
You think
I
just
think-
'cause you light skinned and you
Mhm.
pretty, you're like, no, bitch.
Each shade has a skewed look of how they depict the other shade. So,
Yeah,
I
so-
mean,
So
you
y'all
look at a
saying-
light skinned person and think they get better privileges or get treated better. And then in some instances, that's not necessarily
that's true.
the case.
Sometimes
So
they
it's
get
like,
they have it harder than we do.
Exactly.
So y'all saying Savage got a problem. Savage XL got a
I mean, I'm
Oh, he
pretty sure he has his
definitely a bougie
ways.
light
I was
skin.
gonna
Light
say-
bright.
I'm pretty sure he had his ways at some point,
Yeah.
and in some places he probably be like, "Shit, I'm
I can't-
better than
I
all
can't-
y'all."
I can't insist
Right.
the entitlement in him. But I'm gonna ask you guys. This is the last question. Then we're gonna wrap it up here. If you guys haven't heard, in China, there was a McDonald's that refused to allow African American people in their building. So what the people in the United States said, well, we're going to boycott everything that's China in America and blame the Chinese American people, what the people in China did. Brandy, how do you feel about that topic?
I feel like whoever put that sign up is ignorant as hell because
AF.
you put blacks are not allowed. For what? Because my thing is, we support so many Asian businesses, and that's honestly why it's so important to support your own, because it's like each race, they support each other to the fullest. They support their own, and I feel like with black people, we will invest in another race's business and give them our money rather than us. You know your friend does nails, but you would rather go to the Koreans around the corner. Like, instead of giving your friend that money and giving her that practice so she can be just as good as them, or if not better. So I feel like
So just a very quick question, then we can go back. So because my friend has a nail business, I should allow them to do my nails, but they most likely gonna fuck my nails up.
that's not necessarily true, but you have to give somebody a chance in order for them to get better.
Because I mean,
So a chance means I have to risk my money.
that's what you're gonna do anyway. You're gonna go to the Asians,
I'm just looking.
and if
for-
they fuck up, you still gonna go back to them, right?
But it's a more higher guarantee that they're not. If I have a special lady that's Asian that does my nails, and then my friend comes to me and say, "Well, I do nails." Well, I like how the Asian girl does my nails because she do it right all the time. I'm supposed to go out on a limb and be like, "Okay, well, because you doing nails, go play in my
But
stuff."
you had to
That's
build
like-
that
that's- hold
relationship,
on, hold
though,
on.
right?
That's like for a man to get a new barber.
Right.
Okay, well, you a new barber friend. Go ahead and just start cutting my hair. You're not finna let your friend cut your hair.
I have.
But the
Yeah.
thing
Okay,
is,
let's
though,
ask another
but-
man.
but-
Alfonso, because you
so I mean, like, you go to the barber, right?
right.
You won't go to a person of a certain skin tone
I-
to get your hair cut.
I would never let a white man
Like,
cut my hair.
I'm
That's
just
I'm
saying.
not going to
against them.
Fantastic Sam's. Like,
Right. So, like, my mom actually owned
Or super
a
cut.
nail shop.
They got warm towels though.
I bring my own one towel to the nigga barber shop. You crazy as hell.
Hey, one time I was in a black barber shop. That man gave me a warm towel. I started tripping. I thought it was fancy. But anyway,
So, I mean, my mom was a owner of a nail shop back in the 90s, and she did
Okay.
a great job. But the thing is, though, when it came to a person doing, let's say, a bad job at something, the only reason that came about is because we start supporting other businesses that were not black owned once they lifted the whole segregation thing. Like, honestly speaking, because back
Probably
in
the
day,
worst thing that ever happened to black people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
The
back in
worst.
the day, you had no choice but
To go to
support
somebody who
your
black,
own
yeah.
people. And if you did not want to, guess what? You was at the back door waiting on somebody to bring you out your food.
Fucking,
so I mean,
yeah.
would you rather support somebody who like
Don't give a fuck about you.
exactly, or support somebody who care about
Right.
you?
Yeah.
I understand your opinion on that. I'm just saying, for the amazing king, I definitely support the Chinese American people out there and put this fist up for them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a fist up for them, but I don't know what they will put up.
Yeah,
Chopsticks,
I support
something like that.
that. There we go.
It's your boy, the Amazing King, coming to you live and in color, bringing that oh so amazing touch. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us for this episode of the Get Ready for It podcast. Make sure you guys check myself out at AmazingIam_. Please make sure you guys check out the podcast page at Ready for It _1. And then my boy KP, go ahead and give your
Up
exit.
jumps the boogie. It's the boy _poetic pimping, man, as always. Go check me out. You know, a lot of good things coming soon.
And the human himself, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Instagram _inhuman.
Yeah, y'all go follow this man. He trades. He's a gymnast. He a fitness instructor. He also bake pies on the weekends. Brandi, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Simone_Scott_94 and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Simone Styles with a Z.
Bad. We appreciate y'all. Get ready for it.